I knew that I wanted to work in the media right from a very early age, probably about 12. I remember going to see a careers officer at school and I told her I wanted to work in television, and she looked at me and said, well, your only hope is that you could be a secretary maybe at the BBC. And I went away thinking, well, I'm going to prove you wrong. So I embarked on looking at different courses. When I was doing my A-levels, I eventually studied at Goldsmiths and did a media studies degree. And off the back of that, while I was doing that degree, I did some work experience at BBC Radio. So I worked BBC Radio Gloucestershire and then worked in Birmingham, and made a lot of contacts there, but realised that actually where my love lied was still television. So I then looked into how I could get into that, and at that time it was very difficult to get into the industry. I wrote a lot of letters, got a lot of rejections, didn't get a lot of answers. So I then looked into the post-production world, and I ended up working for a firm in Soho where we produced pop videos. I learned a lot about that side of the industry. I was then lucky enough to get a phone call from a friend of mine who was working for a company called UK Living at the time, and I went to be a production assistant there. And I stayed there about a year, and then I worked at UK Gold. And then I charted my journey really, yet again, because UK Gold got taken over, I then worked at the BBC and was lucky enough to be part of the UK TV planning team. So my journey has been quite varied, and 15 years at Channel 4, I've probably done about 6 different roles, all across presentation and then in content management. And for me, year by year, I've learned lots of different elements about the media. So now essentially I know sort of everything from live events to VOD operations through to listings requirements to accessibility across all of media. So for me, I've had a very varied career. Channel 4 is such a good employer because I think we have flexibility within the business. We are able to try new projects, get them on air very, very quickly. In terms of the people that I work with, they are always open to new challenges. It's never a no, and I charge my department of always making things happen. And it's really exciting. You know, you are part of a company that essentially you can try new things, and you come to work each day, and actually every single day is different. And for me, I wouldn't want to work anywhere else.